All right, in this video, we are going to start reviewing for the second test of the fourth 6 weeks. So let's take a look at the review. Make sure you have it in front of you and that you've already completed the problems because we're going to check them together. So number one, a stop sign is a regular octagon. Regular octagon. Each side, the sides measure 75 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the stop sign? So let's think for a second, what is a regular octagon? Well, an octagon has 8 sides. If it's regular, that means that all sides are equivalent. So our stop sign looks something like this, and so all of the sides are going to be the same measurement. Always draw a picture, it's very helpful. So a regular octagon, each side measures 75 centimeters. So remember, because it's a regular shape, that means that all sides are the same, so all 8 sides will be 75 centimeters. What is the perimeter? The perimeter, remember, means the distance around the shape. So what we have to do is we have to combine all of the sides to find the total distance around. So the perimeter is going to be 75 plus 75 plus 75, all the way 8 times. So in other words, it's going to be 75 times 8. So 75 times 8 is, 8 times 5 is 40. And 7 times 8 is 56, plus 4 is 58 centimeters. So the perimeter is 580 centimeters. So remember, perimeter is one length around, so that means that it's one dimensional, so our units are just our units are not squared. Hold on. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4 is, oh my goodness. 56 plus 4 is 600. 56 plus 2 is 58. So 56 plus 4 is 60, so 600. Sorry. All right. So that was the perimeter. Let's talk about a couple of other shapes. Octagon has 8 sides. Another shape that you might see is a hexagon. Remember, a hexagon has 6 sides. You can remember that because hex, 6 sounds the same. And then let's see, that's probably pentagon. Might be another one that you might see. A pentagon has 5 sides. Penta is 5-sided. So just in case, you may see some other shapes on another test or something. Hexagon has 6 sides, pentagon has 5. All right, let's go on to number 2. Basketball rims have a diameter of 18 inches. Diameter of 18 inches. Already I'm talking about diameter, so I know I'm talking about circles. If you want to put a band around a basketball rim, how much material to the nearest 1/10 of an inch will you need? So here's our basketball rim. We know that the diameter, the distance across through the center is 18 inches. We want to put a band around it. So we want to put something around the outside. If we're going to cover just the outside of a circle, we are looking for the circumference. So you go to your math chart and you look on your math chart, and there are 2 formulas for circumference. You can either use 2 pi r or pi d. We have the diameter, so I'm going to use pi d. So your circumference is going to be, instead of pi, we're going to say 3.14 times the diameter, which is 18. So let's multiply 3.14 times 18. And that is 11. And 3 times 8 is 24, 25. 4, 1, 3. Remember, you don't have to line up your decimal points when you multiply. We have 2 numbers behind our decimal point here, none here, so when we're in our answer, we need 2 numbers behind our decimal point. So our circumference is 56.5 52 and 52 hundredths of an inch. Now it says round to the nearest tenth, so we're just going to round that 56 point, here's our tenths place, 66 and a half inches. That's our approximate circumference. Okay, rewind if you need to see that one again. All right, number 3, find the perimeter and area of the triangle. All right, so let's first start with perimeter. Well, where is our triangle? This is our triangle. So if we're trying to find the perimeter, that means the distance around. So the perimeter is going to be 17 plus 10 plus 11. So that's going to be 38 centimeters. So our perimeter is 38 centimeters. Remember, length is one dimensional, so it's just centimeters, not squared. Okay, that is our distance around the triangle. Now, area for a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. Or, in other words, base times height divided by 2. Remember, dividing by 2 and multiplying by 1/2 does the same thing. So we could say 1/2 times the base times the height, or base times height divided by 2. So let's just go ahead and substitute in for this formula. Well, here's our right angle right here. So we know that this is the height. The height could also be drawn right here. It happens to be drawn over here. So the height is 8 centimeters, and the base is 11. From here to here is the base. That's the triangle. If we're not talking about from here all the way to here, that's just where they drew the height. So this is not included in the base. This is our triangle. So we have to say 11 times 8, all divided by 2. 11 times 8 is 88, divided by 2 is 44 square centimeters. Area will always be units squared because area is 2-dimensional. It literally is the number of squares that will fill the surface of the shape. All right, so pause and rewind if you need to. All right, number 4. Find the perimeter and area of the trapezoid. So again, let's go ahead and highlight the entire trapezoid so that we can find the perimeter. So the perimeter is the distance around, so we have to look around the outside of our the edges of our trapezoid. So we have 9.5 centimeters, 5.5 centimeters, 7 and 8. Now remember, when you're adding, think about money. So our 7 has to go right here because that's like $7. This is like $5.50. So you have to line up your decimal point. So our 8 is going to go right here. Now we could put little placeholder zeros here and that would be fine. So 5 and 5 is 10. Okay, so then we're 9 and 1 is 10 and 5 is 15. 22 and 30 centimeters around. So our perimeter is 30 centimeters. Now the area, for area of a trapezoid, so we have a trapezoid here and our formula is 1/2 times the base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Remember, multiplying by 1/2 and dividing by 2 does the same thing. So we could say base 1 plus base 2 times the height, all divided by 2. That's the same thing as 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Okay? This is the formula that I'm going to use. So first we've got to identify our bases. Your bases are always your parallel sides. Here are our bases. See how base doesn't always mean bottom? Because the base could be on the sides as well. But as long as it's the parallel sides, and then here is our height because it forms this 90-degree angle. So let's add up our bases. So 9.5 plus 5.5 times our height, so times 6, all divided by 2. So let's add 9.5 and 5.5. So 15 times 6, all divided by 2. So 15 times 6 is 90 divided by 2. And 90 divided by 2 is 45. So 45 square centimeters. Okay? So let's go ahead and pause here. Rewind as much as you need to. Take a break and then come back, and the second video we will pick up with number 5.